Hello everyone, in this beginner-friendly crochet tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you step by step how to crochet this mini sunflower bouquet. These are the materials we're going to be using. To start, we're going to be making a magic circle. Once you have your magic circle, work 8 single crochet. Once you have those 8 stitches, close the magic circle. Now on to round 2. Into our first stitch, work 2 single crochet there. Into the next stitch, work 2 single crochet again. So for this round, what we're doing is we're increasing, so keep working 2 single crochet into each stitch all around, and I'll meet you near the end. At the end of this round, you should have a total of 18 stitches. We're gonna leave the last single crochet incomplete as we're gonna be color switching. Before we color switch, go ahead and weave in the yarn tail from the magic circle. After weaving in that yarn tail, you can go ahead and complete the single crochet by switching to the yellow yarn. To begin working on the petal, we're gonna be slip stitching into that first stitch. Once you have your slip stitch, chain 2. Into the same stitch that we slip stitched in, work 2 double crochet there. While you're making the petal, you can work over the yarn tails as you go. Once you have those 2 double crochet, chain 3. We're gonna be skipping that last chain that we made, and into the other 2 chains, work a slip stitch. Next, we're gonna be working into the second stitch. So into that next stitch, we're going to be placing 2 double crochet there. Chain 2 and slip stitch in the same stitch that you just placed those 2 double crochet in. Now our first petal is completed. To make another one, we're going to be slip stitching into that next stitch. After making that slip stitch, chain 2. Into the same stitch that we just slip stitched in, make 2 double crochet there. Next, we're going to be chaining 3. Skip that last chain and into the next 2 chains, slip stitch. Now we're going to be working into the following stitch, so place 2 double crochet there. After those 2 double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to be working a slip stitch into the same stitch that we placed the 2 double crochet in. So I'm going to be showing you again how to make the petal. Into the next stitch, make a slip stitch. Once you have your slip stitch, chain 2 and work 2 double crochet into the same stitch that you slip stitched in. After working those 2 double crochet, chain 3. Skip the last chain and into the next 2 chains, make a slip stitch. Now we're going to be working into the next stitch. Place 2 double crochet into the following stitch. After those 2 double crochet, chain 2 and slip stitch into the same stitch that you worked the 2 double crochet in. The petals are worked over 2 stitches, so keep repeating this pattern all around and you should have 8 petals in total. After you've made your last petal, cut your yarn and pull through that yarn tail. If you worked over these yarn tails earlier, just snip them off. Then weave in this yarn tail. Now that the sunflower is completed, we're going to make the wrapper. To start, make a slip knot. Next, make a chain of 21. Skip the last chain and into the one following, single crochet there. And keep single crocheting into each chain all the way down. Once you have those 20 single crochet, chain 2 and turn your work. Into each of those single crochet, work 1 double crochet there. After making those 20 double crochet, chain 2 and turn your work. And into each double crochet, we're going to be working 1 double crochet there. And this is what we're going to be repeating until we've made 6 rows of double crochet in total. Once you have your 6 rows of double crochet, chain 1, then cut your yarn leaving a little yarn tail. Weave in the yarn tail from the slip knot. Now we're gonna work on the leaf. Start by making a slip knot. Next, we're going to be chaining 8. Once you have your chain of 8, we're going to be skipping the last chain and into the following. Make a slip stitch. And into the next chain, a slip stitch again. Into the next 2 chains, we're going to be making a half double crochet. After making those 2 half double crochet, into the next 2 chains, make 1 double crochet. Into the last chain, we're going to be working a half double crochet. We're going to be working into the loops on the other side, so right here. But just before we do so, make a chain of 3. And then skip that last chain and slip stitch into the next 2 chains. So follow the pattern that's on the screen. On the next side, we're mirroring the stitches. Go ahead and cut your yarn, leaving a little yarn tail, and just weave in both of those yarn tails. Repeat the steps to make another leaf. Now for the stem, we're going to be making a slip knot. Chain 11. Skip the last chain and into the next 10, make a slip stitch. After making your last slip stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn. Weave in both of those yarn tails. Now it's time to glue the pieces down. After assembling the sunflower bouquet, you can fold the bottom parts in and then sew it down in position. We can also get a small piece of yarn to make a little bow if we like. Here we have the final result for the crochet mini sunflower bouquet. I hope this was helpful and thank you for watching.